Welcome to another episode of Let's Make It Quick. I know we haven't done these in a while, but
you haven't done these in a while. You're solo dolo on.
Yeah, I was solo dolo on them for a minute, but we thought we'd bring this series back in full effect. You know, touch on some quick breaking news throughout the week. Just kind of give you guys our thoughts and opinions on stuff that arise throughout the week. And without further ado, looks like the New York Jets are finally moving off their first round pick from a couple years ago, 3 years ago. Shh, not anymore, bro.
Bandwagon, boy.
Bro,
I said when they fired him, Adam Gase, you.
Well, I actually saw this stat too about Adam Gase when Tannehill was there with the Dolphins. He had like a 55 total QBR, and Darnold had like a 59 QBR. And then when Tannehill went to the Titans, he was like top 4 in the league in QBR. So it's like that right there could be the issue. But looks like the Jets are just taking things in their own hands and just starting fresh.
You think he's gonna have a better QBR at the Panthers? First and foremost, some of y'all know, some of y'all may not know, but he got traded to the Carolina Panthers for some picks. Actually, it wasn't even like players. It was like
it was. I believe
first round and 13th round.
Yeah, I'll definitely double check while we're talking.
First round.
It was 3 draft picks. Let's see here. So the Jets gave up. The Jets have the number 2 overall pick. They didn't give up anything. They didn't give up any players or anything like that. I think it was a third, a sixth, and a second. I don't know what year it's in, but they didn't. The bright side of it is they didn't give up any players. Yeah, it's just 3 picks, but it's like it's all broken in there. Yeah.
They didn't give up any players. They gave up. That's huge. I mean,
they gave up a 6th rounder in this draft, and then a 2nd rounder and a 4th rounder in 2022.
What do you think he's worth?
Honestly,
because I feel like he's
probably like realistically, I'd say he's worth like a 4th or 5th round this year. Because it's like
just him in a 4th, 5th round this year.
Yeah, because like when you look at the what he's done, like he had mono that one year. They were like 1-5, and then he came back and finished the season 7-4, and then like he's never had any.
That's the thing. Like my thing with him is like he's showing promise, and then he's showing jets.
It's bad. One game he said he was like seeing ghosts or something like that, and so you can't go out on the field and say, "Oh, you're seeing ghosts." Like you're not gonna get things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that doesn't look good, and he just it doesn't help too that he had Baker, Lamar, and Allen all in his draft class, and all of them have been to the playoffs. All of them have won a playoff game, and
he has Josh Allen in his division.
Yeah, in his division.
They're all in the AFC. They're all in the AFC.
He
had Tom Brady in his division.
Yeah, but they're all in the AFC though. Lamar, Baker. Yeah. So like,
well, I was just saying like just even the quarterbacks that were in his division was Josh Allen, Tom Brady,
and he's like technically the worst. Like even like Tua's like, even though he's talking about getting moved off, like Tua's still like better, for the team. Like Tua,
I feel like we don't know just because
we don't know, but he doesn't. He's really getting treated unfairly. But that's another topic in itself, I would say.
You think he's getting treated unfairly?
Yeah, he hasn't even played 10 games, and he has a winning record.
If you had the chance to trade for a better quarterback, wouldn't you?
You have to at that position, but I mean, he's not. I don't think he's the issue. I mean,
I don't know. Anyways, back to Sam Darnold. So with them going off Sam Darnold, who do you think that they're gonna pick up now? Because it's either gonna be Zach. Or
Zach Fields, Trey Lance. Those 3. Honestly,
I don't think it'll be Fields. Do you think it'll be Fields?
I mean, I don't think it'll be Fields because the way they've been talking about Zach Wilson and things like that. But I preferably would like it to be Fields. I think Fields is
better than Zach.
I do too, and the whole Justin Fields slander is actually kind of crazy to be honest. Like, yeah, he didn't play as well towards the end of the year, but then he had that great game against Clemson, and it's just like I don't understand how you can compare a dude who's been to 2 playoff games and played great in both playoff games besides the Natty. I mean, he played good in the Natty. It was Bama.
It was Bama,
yeah. And it's like you're gonna go from that to a dude who lost to Coastal Carolina, and
he got called out by.
Yeah.
They got called out by
by Coastal Carolina.
No, they called Washington. No, they called out by Ohio State. I thought Coastal Carolina got called out by Ohio State, or is it Washington?
Washington. It was one of the Washington schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got called out by them. They turned it down. Played Coastal Carolina. Got smacked.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Coastal Carolina is not going to beat Clemson.
No. And it's like
I can't. I'm with you. I can't say that.
Yeah, I just don't get where the hype is.
Zach Wilson is better than Justin Fields when Justin Fields just did this to Clemson, who's proven
Yes, and he's
to me because
and
he's
he's played
been
in the
3
big-
years in a row. They've been to the playoffs.
Yes, and he's played in the he's playing in the Big Ten. Like, is this at the end of the day? This is the Big Ten. This is a conference with perennial defensive like talent. It's not what are the big? They play in the what Mountain West?
Who
BYU. Yeah, they play
West.
like those schools aren't nearly as good talent wise. Even BYU, like, well, BYU's independent. They're independent, but most of their schools they played were in the Mountain West.
Yeah.
And like, I could see if they had the schedule they were gonna have beforehand because they were gonna play like Wisconsin, Utah, like a bunch of Pac-12 schools. They had some games on there, so it's like, all right, if he would have did this against those schools, then I could see the argument. But for him to just get catapulted in there, there's always a quarterback they find every year to kind of hate on, and Justin Fields I think was it this year.
Yeah.
But I think the Jets are probably going to still go with Zach Wilson, unfortunately, and I think their careers are going to, like there's always the quarterbacks, their careers going to be tied together. It's going to be like
They just
them
don't.
two and
The Jets
Trevor
just don't
Lawrence.
have the weapons.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have. That's their.
I don't even
problem
know who
is
their
they
running
don't
back
have
is.
the weapons.
And they have like they have that
Le'Veon
one dude.
Bell, they traded him, and then I don't
Mhm.
know who they.
I don't know who they
He was
have
doing
over
better
there.
than Le'Veon Bell. I know that.
They have one really good lineman that they drafted last year as a tackle. He's really, really good. Like, he's solid. But other than that, I mean, who knows?
Is Quinnen Williams doing anything?
Yeah, he actually had a good year this year. He had like he had a bunch of like what's it called? Like pressures, QB pressures and stuff like that. I mean, he did what he could. There's really not anyone on the team, to be honest. Like, it's him and like Marlon Mack. So like,
I think they're personally going to go with Zach Wilson. Who do you think they're going to go with?
I think they're gonna go with Zach Wilson too. He's just been the buzz around, but I don't know.
That
Hot
honestly
take.
might be that might be better for Justin Fields. To be
Yeah,
honest with
but
you.
there's a hot take though that I kind of thought of. I could see the Jets drafting Fields, and then I could see the 49ers getting Mac Jones, and then I could see the Lions trading their 4th pick because they have Jared Goff, trading it to the Pats or something like that, and then the Pats move up in the draft, and then like at that point it's like, who do you go with? Trey Lance or Zach Wilson?
I
You know
think
what
Trey
I mean?
Lance.
I think
but
he's
I
my
think Trey
favorite
Lance is also
prospect.
better than Zach Wilson as well.
He's my favorite prospect besides Trevor Lawrence. Like, I think Trey Lance is the second best quarterback, like potential wise, in the draft.
Yeah, I
Just-
mean, I think he's a better Carson Wentz, and I mean,
And he's just
Carson
athletic
Wentz
and has a
isn't
cannon.
like that. I mean, I don't know. Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz, but I think with me saying he's better than Carson Wentz, I still think he has a lot of upside to him
Mm-hmm.
than what Carson Wentz had coming out of North Dakota State.
North Dakota
as well.
State, yeah.
Yeah. But that'll do it for your boys over here at Opinionated Podcast. Let us know what y'all think about the trade and what went down and who you think they're gonna get. And what's gonna happen on draft night. You got anything else?
No. One quick note. I think both teams won the trade. I think both teams really won the trade, and I really want to see Sam Darnold with Joe Brady as.
I want to see him succeed. That's the thing, because he's shown so much promise, but he hasn't
And sometimes
lived up to him.
Yeah, and sometimes it just takes that fresh start, for a quarterback. And we've seen it happen in the NFL, and
Yep.
this could be his opportunity. He's got a great young coach, a great young offensive coordinator. He has Christian McCaffrey coming back healthy. Like, he has the weapons, to. And the division's not as good. Drew Brees just retired, so it's like it's kind of open now.
Do you think he'll fit in the Matt Rule's system?
Yeah, I do. It's a very college oriented pro style. I think he'll do. I think he'll be fine. Honestly, I think they'll be pretty decent. Like a 9-win team. So.
All right. Well, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We just hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thank y'all very much for that. We appreciate that. But don't stop that train rolling, baby. Let's get some more out there.
Yes, sir.
But we'll see y'all guys next time. Peace.
Peace.